As my mind ages older, these lips have stayed sober, so my words have no choice but to follow fashion. I have swallowed sanctions and gargled actions to reserve the right for my rhymes to be respected. Most will reject it, even though I still hope that one day I can make a point. Because you would have tossed the sinner's stores on the steps of the synagogues, because even sinners and God has a breaking point. But how long would it take for the masses to grasp this? So until we still send our sons on frequent field trips to the neighborhood rum shops, society has now become immune to the songs of gunshots. Who is the mother from the child when the pain and the cries are non-stop? A sweet symphony of bullets riddle through your brain, and just like that, the fun stops. And the front pages of the papers becomes the place to place death notices and corporate debt notices. And few have yet to notice this, but I know this is not the typical face you pasted on your idea of poetry. But fair skin and glasses shall never defy the divine idea of what poetry is. But I can't define what poetry is, because to be honest, I don't even know what the hell poetry is. What I speak is speeches spoken by my heart and lips off the tip of my tongue. Each breath is a word, and each word is the hope of this and next generations gripping onto my lungs. So breathing a sigh of relief now adopts a new meaning. But this here is not the synopsis of healing, but rather a guide for those strayed souls with strained souls, which I often find myself included, contemplating the crossroads of temptations. Why do I find myself included? Because I am not a poet. Call me a carpenter, crafting creation some 36 alphanumeric characters. Full stops and exclamation marks in my calipers to clamp the cliches and maintain the caliber of this outcome. So my syllables spins in circles and hyphens make backflips as morality collapses. But the blood of the good will hydrate my semi-parched lips. His outcome is not outdone by any forces of man, so my pen shall never be held by any sort of sorcerer's hand. I am a human with a mic on a stage and my eyes aimed at you. Feet stomping, heart pumping. But let me ask you something. What makes me so unique? Absolutely nothing. I wasn't planted on plantations and harvested from seeds sprouting poems and poets. And for those who know yet, I walk with a pen on my hip and my pocket is my holster. A quick draw, discharge letters to the pages, then pile the pages on the pages to the pages filling folders. And this is what our children will read when they are older. But it will instill no fear from those guys, and no tears and closed eyes, and no ears to those lies. I am deaf to your definition, and only my pen knows why. Peace and love. Sila.